Okay, everybody. I wanted to do a recording. I'm trying out a bunch of software, so there's a few of these out there that are kind of in different phases of production. There's a lot of software out there, and I'm trying out a few of them. They're free trials. But this specific, so what I'm basically doing is asking for any forgiveness for editing and quality control issues. But I want to do this specific presentation slash training today because it hit home perfectly, and it's something that I think is of great value to anyone that's investing in the markets or even day trading in the markets. Um, I'm posting this on my Sales Ronin personal YouTube channel. Um, I use the term sales Ronin because I'm an independent contractor. I am beholden to no company, person, entity. I just sell what works. I've been helping people train the markets or trade the markets and invest in the markets for over a decade. I've personally been investing since 2000. I've been professionally trained in stocks, options, futures, currencies, and I've worked for the top S&P trader, the Chicago Board of Trade, top options trader at the Chicago Board Options Exchange for the better part of a decade. So I've got a lot of good information I can share, and the one that I want to talk about today, because it hit home perfectly for me as a testimonial, if you will, of the truth to this. That is, your stock is not worth what you think it's worth. Absolutely, unequivocally, not worth what you think it's worth. So, what is it worth? Okay, so I'm going to go to this is my futures trading platform. I help people not only learn how to day trade and for cash flow, but I also help people out with investing based on my experience. And I use Yahoo. I have a lot of paid services, but I understand a lot of people don't have a lot of money or resources. So I love Yahoo Finance. Love it, love it, love it. And I'm bringing this up. Your stock is not worth what you think it's worth because I just saw that GameStop just hit like 289 or 290. The stock was 15 bucks, and people were calling for the end of that company just a few months ago. I still think it's a terrible company to own personally, but I am not your financial advisor, so do what you will. But I'm bringing up your stock is not what you think it's worth because that news came out that that company is at 289 and they're not even profitable. And I own a company called New Tech Business Services. Okay. And I'm bringing this up. This is a great company, in my opinion. Why do I say that? It's profitable. It makes $3.30 a share. Its PE ratio, which is its price to earnings, meaning how much does it trade for compared to its earnings, is only 10 times. 10 times revenue. So that means that if you were to invest your money based on revenue, you're going to get all your money back based on how it trades. I mean, double your money in 10 years, okay? That's very conservative compared to a lot of companies. And last but not least, it pays a dividend. So they actually pay you money to own this stock. In this case, you can see for dividend and yield, $2.25 a share, or 5.81% a year return, and that's on top of the capital growth. And what do I mean by capital growth? So if you let's just take the last year. I'm going to go to charts. I'm going to click on 1 year. So 1 year ago, it was trading at, I'm just going to take the high. I never take the low. Let's take the high. It was trading at $18.18. It's currently at $35 1 year later. Now, the market is very accelerated. I think things are way overvalued, but that's my own personal opinion. But if you have traditional normal growth, you make 10 to 12% on your stock capital growth, but then another 5% on dividend yield. So unbelievable company, right? I love it. I own it. As a matter of fact, it's in my wife's IRA. I manage my wife's IRA. I have my own IRA too, but this one specific stock is in my wife's IRA. And today they got downgraded by analysts to neutral from a buy. So neutral just means hold it. It's not going to do anything great. It's not going to do anything, crazy in terms of growth or growth in the future. No new guidance. They're just saying, you know what? It's good price for now. Okay, that's analysts saying it's a good price right now, saying neutral. Just hold it. They're not saying buy. They're not saying sell. They're saying neutral. That is a perfect time to understand the true value of this stock. It dropped 9% on companies saying, analysts saying, hold the stock. Not sell it, not buy it, just hold it. So that's the real value. The real value, in my opinion, is if there's no prospects that are outside of normal. Okay? What people don't understand is when a stock is rated in value, it's based on what people are willing to buy and sell it at. But really, it's based on future growth, projected growth, and projected profitability. Okay? So a company that says, hey, I'm going to make X numbers in next year and X return based on profitability, right? Analysts will say it should be worth this much in the future. So if it's trading less than that, they'll recommend to buy it, right? That makes sense. If I'm an analyst and a stock is trading lower than it should be a year from now, I'm going to rate it as a buy, right? So that's the future value that it normally trades at. Because a stock, if it should be at 38 and it's trading at 32, what do you think everyone's going to do? They're going to buy it. And it goes up. That's not the real value. It's just what people are willing to buy and sell it at. The real value is if nothing else happens and this company just stays status quo, that's the real value. So don't get trapped in buying companies that are overvalued. And you can see all this information. I personally believe you never buy a company. I'm going to teach you something right now. I'm going to put it in red. I'll put it in green. Lime green. Okay. I personally believe you never buy a company that doesn't make money. So this EPS, earnings per share, needs to be positive. In my personal opinion, it needs to be positive. Number two, it's got to be trading at a good multiple. That means it's not being overvalued. So this one is trading at 10 times price to earnings. Price of the stock to the earnings it actually makes. And that will depend on the industry. So a company in manufacturing that actually makes products like Apple, General Electric, companies that actually manufacture a product that's a physical product tend to be in that, that 10 to 15 times revenue range. And then you get into the crazy high multiples for service companies, and then especially technology companies that are in service. They can trade into the literally hundreds in terms of multiples. And then you got companies that do both, like Amazon really doesn't make a product, but they have physical services, and then they have web services and all sorts of new technology services. Their multiple's crazy. It's huge. So this company here invests in companies, and I am not telling you to buy this company. I'm showing you this as an example, so you can imagine if I'm owning this company and I went and bought it at 30. What was it trading at earlier today? $38, $39 a share, and all of a sudden it drops 10% the day you buy it, and you're like, what the heck? You probably bought the company with the wrong intention in mind, but also the wrong value in mind. Now, the reason why I'm not upset is I bought it a long time ago when it was way less than this, when analysts were rating it as a buy, when it was It went from where it is, neutral to buy. It was at a low price. I loved it because it's profitable. It makes money, and the price to earnings (PE) ratio is a low multiple. It's not that high, and it pays a dividend. What a great opportunity to own a company that you believe in, that's going to make money, that's growing at a good price, and it pays a dividend as well. And that's when I bought this company. So, little training today on is your stock. Your stock is not trading at what it's worth. It really isn't, unless it just got downgraded to neutral. And that still is relative to, is it profitable? Is it trading at a good multiple? But at the end of the day, if you really want to know the value of a company, wait till you see when it gets downgraded to neutral. Not sell. Sell is going to be a little overinflated. That will kind of, pendulum will swing too far the other way, right? Neutral, especially when they get downgraded to neutral. A profitable company that gets downgraded to neutral, which means just hold it. It's not going to do anything big. With that, whatever that price is, that's a good price. Now, I have a little secret for you to end this presentation. If you want to find good companies that are profitable, that are good opportunities at good prices, go to Yahoo Finance, click on screeners. It's right there in the top bar there, screeners. Okay, you're going to go to day losers. So you're going to click on day losers, and you're going to see a lot of companies. Well, what do I want to do? I want the profitable companies. So you come over here, and you're going to look under PE ratio, look at only the companies that are profitable, and then look at where they're trading in their 52-week range. You obviously don't want them at the high of the 52-week range. So here, this company just came up, Credit Corp, Ltd, BAP is the symbol, right? Are they profitable? Are they trading at a good multiple? I think this multiple is probably a little high to have to do some market research on this industry. And they don't pay a dividend. So, hey, you know what? It might be good for speculation, meaning, you think the stock's going to go up on its own. But if you're an investor and you want that income, dividend income, this one does not have that. But that's how I find a lot of great opportunities of undervalued companies that are profitable, by looking at that screener, which is day losers, meaning they're having a bad day. They're down a lot. And the reason why I like it is you can also do research on the company. Say, did they just get downgraded to neutral, right? Because if they did, what that means, again, is analysts are just saying, hey, hold it. There's the prospects for growth and profitability are no more than an average for this company. There's nothing great going to happen outside of the norm. So just hold it if you own it. We're not saying buy it. We're not saying sell it. We're just saying hold it if you own it. Because when it gets downgraded from that buy to neutral, whatever that thing drops down to, especially if it's a profitable company trading at a good multiple, guess what? That's the real value of that company, in my opinion. I hope you enjoyed this training.